Unresolved Problem segment tonight, Telling the Truth. A reporter for News 12 in New Jersey, Sean Bergen, been suspended because he editorialized during his presentation. The story was about a Jersey City police officer killed by a young black male.
Now, it's worth noting that we were besieged, flooded with calls from police officers furious that we would give media coverage to the wife of a cop killer. It's understandable. We decided to air it because it's important to shine a light on this anti-cop mentality that has so contaminated America's inner cities. This same sick, perverse line of thinking is evident from Jersey City to Newark and Patterson to Trenton. It has made the police officer's job impossible, and it has got to stop. The underlying cause for all of this, of course, young black men growing up without fathers. Unfortunately, no one in the news media has the courage to touch that subject.
Well, of course I do, but Mr. Bergen can be excused for not remembering that. Subsequently, he quit News 12 after he was suspended. With us now, Howard Kurtz and Lauren Ashburn. You see them on Media Buzz Sundays at 11 a.m. Should the guy have been suspended, Howard?
No, and I'll tell you why. Sean Bergen knew he was breaking the rules, but he did a courageous thing by speaking out on a very incendiary subject. And if he had editorialized on something less controversial, I don't think the station would have booted him out.
What are you talking about? You really think that every reporter, a woman, a man in front of a camera should be able to editorialize and say whatever they want at any time? Aren't you a news guy?
Well, wait a minute now, Lauren. The problem with his report was that part of the report was the blowback from police officers angry that News 12 put a woman on the air, the mother of the murderer, who condemned the police force. That's part of the story. So isn't Mr. Bergen explaining why that is happening and how dangerous it is? Isn't that a legitimate explanation?
When I was on the streets of Washington, D.C., covering the worst crime areas possible, covering stories just like this, I reported the facts. You report the police are upset, you get the victim or the victim's family, and then you can talk about issues, but you don't. What
was the line that you would have suspended him for? Where did he go over the line?
He went over the line by saying nobody will touch this. This is an issue that is in need of discussion. And
but isn't that true?
It is true, but it's not his job
to report the truth.
It's not his job to do anything but report the facts.
I would agree that he got a little bit carried away and that he didn't bring a lot of statistics, or he hadn't researched it. But what the station could have done, Bill, is said, all right, you're suspended for 2 days, and then we'd like you to come back and you can do a 3-part series on urban crime, fatherless families, the roots of it.
That would have been good.
Seize the moment instead of pushing him out.
So suspend him for breaking the rules of reporting, but don't humiliate him and say, look, we're going to give you time.
They didn't humiliate him.
Yes, they did. They wanted to bust him down.
They did cut his pay, but then you go back out and prove yourself.
That's humiliating, Lauren. Okay? All right. I don't think what he did deserved the punishment he got.